Welcome, Sagittarius, to your July 2019 tarot card reading. As you see, I have a little inspiration here. I've got some beautiful Buddhas gifted to me by a friend, a beautiful sign. I found that ball so interesting. I have a couple candles lit. I'm really in a great mood today. I'm at my farm in Kansas. I've been here for about a month. I just love the peace that I have found in this place, like no other. And so when I did my readings last month, I did them on a table that was way too small. And so the other day, I purchased a barn door, and I decided to turn that into my countertop to do my readings. The cards we'll be using today are my favorite deck. This is the Morgan Greer deck. This is the deck I most often read with. Ooh, look at that star. Some of these cards are just absolutely sensational. And I love this deck, so I use it for the main readings, and then I'll use another deck as confirmation. So let me get these cards ready. And I always break my deck up into 6 piles, because I'm going to draw 6 cards. I seek 6 answers, or I have 6 things to say. Okay, so I've got that deck ready. Aren't they beautiful? Everything's just beautiful here this morning. And the second deck we'll be using today is my Rider-Waite deck. Now this is my oldest deck. I've had this deck the longest, but it isn't the deck that I most often practice with. So this is going to be my confirmation deck. I kind of like some of the symbolism on these cards as well. Like, look at that sun. That's just absolutely beautiful, absolutely radiant. And I love that. So this is going to be my confirmation deck. So I'm going to just finish shuffling it. And put this out into my 6 piles as well. I hope everybody is having a great week. I hope everyone has an amazing 4th of July. I'm hoping to spend it in nice, peaceful, solitary, with just the people I choose to be with. All right, so here we go. So for our first card, to start the reading, we have the Hanged Man. Okay, so what's going on with him? He's really not a bad man. Let's take a look at some of these other cards to decide. Oh, and the Hierophant. He's a sign of Taurus. Are you dealing with a Taurus? And the Hierophant is also like a judicial leader, like a judge. So, there may be some legal implications, or maybe somebody's moving in together. And look at that. The 3 of Swords. So, maybe there's more than one question that begs in one's heart. And here we have the 9 of Wands. Wands, your fire energy. This is you, Sagittarius. All your passion. You're just bundling it up and going head forward. Oh, and here he is, the Knight of Cups. Knights often are, unexpected people. Not like kings. Kings are normally established relationships. So maybe you've just recently met somebody and it hasn't been established yet. And that cup could be a water sign. It could be a Scorpio or any of the other ones. Oh, and here's the moon. How beautiful is that? And this moon shows the coming together, and maybe those two will join that path and walk off in the sunset. It's like the crab is trying to orchestrate their singing at the moon. So let's take a look and see if we can put this together. Maybe you're confused. Maybe you're hung up about what might be right. The Hierophant has got his fingers up and he's kind of just saying, quiet, silence, And maybe your heart is confused. Maybe there is something that makes you wonder, that begs that question, that stabs at your heart and mind. And then again, maybe everything isn't so important. We all have our burdens to carry, and this may be a relatively new relationship. So, the moon also can mean take some time, take some days, take some nights, and let that relationship bloom. And here we go. And we've got the 5 of Wands again, too. And this is your fire. This is, putting your hands up. This is saying, this is what I am. Take me as I am. I'm not fighting. I'm not angry. I only want joy and love. Wow, glad to finally see this card. Joy and love. You want to be happy. And wow, that card fell directly above this Knight of Cups. So I'm thinking this new person you met, and he's a cup and that's a cup. So maybe your cup is going to run it over. Maybe you can forget all about that heartache or that confusion. Maybe he can win over your heart. Oh, and maybe he can. Here we have the 7 of Swords. The 7 of Swords shows this guy juggling. Yeah, 5, 6, 7. Juggling his past. He's got a little bit already firmly in the future. That's where we come back to this new relationship. But he's still carrying some things from the past, and aren't we all? Here you're carrying, your past with you, and there you are as well. But you're not carrying your past looking at your past. You're carrying your past looking at your future. That makes a big difference. And here he comes, the Page of Swords. He's bringing a message, and maybe that's the message you need to turn your back on your past, because he's facing your future. He's saying, I've got something to tell you. And here it is, things are going to balance out. This is something that shows, like let me show it. I don't like to do this, but look at these seas. Even though they may seem like they've got those swells and those waves, they actually look quite peaceful. So I'm guided to say, take your time and let things balance out. Maybe don't rush in. Don't hold on to the past, but don't rush in. Let things go the way they need to be. Let things move into the position you need them to be. Love doesn't always have to be hurried. It's not like it's going to go away. If somebody truly loves you, they're there. They'll help you carry those burdens. They'll cut through any problems. They'll help you balance. They'll stand beside you. So don't worry about this new relationship. Allow it to blossom. Allow it to flow. It's in your energy. This Knight of Cups wants to make you happy. And so allow that. Just let things unfold naturally. Don't fight it. Don't push it. Just allow it. All right, Sagittarius. I think that's good for the reading for now. I hope you loved it. I hope you liked, subscribed, and shared. I hope I've inspired some clarity in you. And I just want to say, love to all, Gemini.